Welcome to the Snide Show. Welcome to the Snide Show. Welcome to the Snide Show.
Movies, clicks, boobies, dicks, reviews, sips, theories, rips, big news, tips, doobies, shits. Welcome to the Snide Show.
Hello, and welcome, one and all, to the Snide Show. I'm your host, as always, Cornelius Edward Snider, and we're doing something a little bit different today. The Father, the Son, and Big Brother. I am the son, Cory Snider.
I'm Edward Snider, the father.
And we like Big Brother. I grew up on Big Brother, I should say.
You know, we've been fans of it ever since it started. Back in 2000. 26 years later, we're in season 28.
Amazing. It's incredible. Yeah. I have the vaguest recollections. It's one of those things that was always there, like, the 5 o'clock news or, milk cartons or whatever, it's just always been around. Yeah. Every year, Big Brother, there's the NFL, there's Big Brother,
Right.
I was always more interested in the Big Brother. It was, as I said last year when I did a whole season 27 show, I grew up with it kind of, the way you and Sherry, my stepmom, put it is like it's like this sort of social experiment,
Exactly.
And just kind of this suburban study of humanity. It's Lord of the Flies, it's all of that. But what I had always heard as an invalidation of that is that but they're under the observer effect, which is like your behavior changes when you're being observed. I don't always talk like this,
right.
But now we live in a world where we do that anyway, right?
It's amazing how it's evolved in the past 2.5 decades.
Yeah. With the world, as we've moved into this world of surveillance and influencers and politicking,
and it makes you almost. Are you a voyeur? You know what I'm saying?
Everybody is.
It's kind of moved that way.
Yeah.
You can't even ride down the street anywhere without being observed through a camera.
Yep. And it's incredible to bring it to this arena of entertainment. Because you guys were Survivor fans first, right?
Right.
That kind of came about in the 90s, and there was like the Real World at the same time, kind of starting up.
Yeah. I think the Real World, MTV changed TV watching a lot.
Yeah.
They started on MTV with House Guest and all, and
yeah.
It's just went from there, with the reality shows.
Yes. Yeah. And it's been amazing to watch as I grew up, because even though, I grew up as a millennial kid, our families were always kind of like a step or two behind technologically, or so I feel like I really did get the full gamut of like the 20th century up until I was like 10, and then the 21st century throughout my teenage years, and again, Big Brother just evolved with it. And so let's get into it, Pops. Let's get into it.
Okay.
I'd love to do like a retroactive one day where we go through some past seasons. I was thinking like maybe in between seasons we could do that. But big news.
It is definitely evolved. From the first season.
Oh gosh, yeah. It's and we have to thank the Ellisons for giving it all to us to watch at any time on Paramount Plus, which is how we've been enjoying it. So let's start at the beginning or kind of the end here. We got they did something interesting where before they even like got into like the theme of the season or anything, they just got right into introducing us to the contestants with the girls. And I love the fake out Julie did where she even made them all think it was going to be an all girl season for a second.
Right.
So we had Ashley. So do you know what sort of person Ashley reminded me of?
Who?
A Shawsville girl.
Oh yeah.
Because she was like this kind of small town girl, you know, but like she definitely at some point had been brainwashed by like Valley Girl culture. And that was something that kind of happened. Shawsville is this tiny in the sticks town here in Montgomery County, Virginia, Southwest Virginia.
Well, do you remember the nickname of Shawsville?
Shaw Vegas.
Shaw Vegas.
Which is ironic, you know, it's like how people call Pulaski Little Chicago. It's like, are you making fun of it? Like, are you
right.
But it is, you know, there's one big main road, like I think that I don't even know if they have a light at this point, but you know, they're close enough to town in these other cities that and with the internet too, I kind of watched it happen in that small town as it happened, as they got the internet and their kids got the internet, that like they were some of the first to get brain rotted by the internet because they had nothing else. They had nothing else. So, you know, all these small town kids that were just obsessed with these weird online cultures and, you know, just crazy, you know, again, like Valley Girl culture, you know, a lot of them like worshipped Paris Hilton. And you're like, dude, you like Paris Hilton would not care about this place.
Right.
And I wondered, I made a note here because she talks about how clever she is. I made a note under Ashley. Is she as clever as she thinks?
I don't think so at this point. I think she went into the house disillusioned.
Dude, like she was not prepared.
No, at all.
But you know who was prepared and is prepared, and I think is going to be a strong contender till the end? LaTrice.
I do too. I think she
ass.
is. Yes, she does. Yeah, she's got everyone's number.
Yeah, and no one wants to mess with her.
Right.
And then we have Lyric, the Eviction Princess. Ew. It's just kind of gross to claim. Like, I'm an eviction lawyer princess who was handed everything, and now I evict people that can't afford their rent in Hawaii. And I claim myself as a Hawaiian.
Yeah, right. And within day 2 is hooked up. I mean,
dude, yeah, she's not far for that house either.
Exactly. You know, and she's just it's like how can you comfortably go on national TV and say these things?
My grandma's watching this.
Exactly. It's like, do you care what grandma thinks? Obviously not too much.
No respect. She has no respect.
Exactly.
But she's an eviction princess, Dad. She's an eviction princess. And then we got Melody, who she seems familiar. Melody seems really familiar.
You know, they put a side-by-side picture of the chick from last season, the one that hooked up with the buck and cowboy.
What was his name?
What was his name? I cannot think of his name, but they put a picture of her up against Melody, and that they could be sisters, like twins.
Twins. Who was,
and we're like, she has to be related to that girl.
Dude, like they're casting, whoever their casting person was, like, because she even has the nose ring, but on the other side. It's like if they were in a movie and you had to be like, which one is the evil one?
Right.
Obviously, so far it's Kat, because that was insane. That was insane where she took.
Yeah. But they did do that one season. There was twins that was on in one season. And they would switch them up, and they're like, how can you not remember this? This happened. How can you not remember this? And they're like, they started after a while, started kind of catching on, like something's not right here.
Hold up. I think there's some nose ring switching. And then there's like a Melody promo officially from CBS, like a promo picture of her being like, I got a secret, shush, I'm telling secrets, like, which I guess they usually do that, but they might be sisters, because her I will say the only difference is her face is a little longer, like she's got a sharper chin, but aside from that, they are identical.
I know, right? I've seen the pictures and it's like, wow, they've got to be related. They've got to be.
Yeah, they're up to something there, Pops. They're up to something.
It's like, maybe it is just a doppelganger.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of it yet, but that's our prediction. Next we have Haley, the ruthless softball horse girl, who's got the crazy last name, like she's like an heiress or something. And you said she does what for a living? You pulled up her,
yeah, she's a telemedicine executive.
Telemedicine executive. That's like some fake admin, hospital admin, like my dad got me this job kind of. No.
Right. He owns the company.
Yeah. And then we have...
He's maybe from the Slacker family.
Oh, right. Yeah. Dude, I wonder about these backgrounds sometimes, where they find these people.
Right.
Then we got Taylor, the mischievous counselor from Flow Rida. She's pretty fun so far. She's cute.
She needs to get a hold on her. She needs to get a hold on her emotions.
That's right. Yeah, she got mad when, we'll bring him up here in a little bit, when someone totally accidentally gave her the cold shoulder, it seems.
Right.
That was crazy.
But I mean, you're just being thrown into a house with, largely strangers. And I mean, it's like, you don't know what to expect. I mean, you have so much stuff coming at you at one time. I mean, and you don't hug somebody. I mean, Okay.
We got Mallory, speaking of scary or emotional, who I love. She's my favorite girl so far. She's the cool NASA nerd, the rocket scientist. Yeah, but she's kind of scary. She's got scary, hyperactive energy, kind of erratic. She reminds me though a lot. I don't know if you ever met her. Rebecca and I used to have a friend that she is a spitting image of, like maybe just shorter, but like a spitting image, in not just in looks, but like also personality and like the way she like talked and her interests and stuff. I was like, whoa, weird. This is like a whole type of person.
Is that the one that moved to another country?
Yes. I was going to say her name, but then I realized I don't know, like, she wants me to say her name on here, but
Right. I never did meet her, but I know you guys have talked about her.
Yeah, she was fun. So Mallory reminds me a lot of her. So I'm rooting for her so far. Her game was a little off starting out, but she's been given another shot, and I hope she does well with it.
Yeah, I do too.
So then we move on to the guys after Julie's fake out, who I noticed. So also, I'm just going to tell you, Mallory, she's super like, where's my friend? Where's my friend? And she's trying to find her gal pals. Her Instagram is all her and other ladies, even some of them she's playing kissy with. And then she was the only one who was excited when Julie did that fake out. So I'm like, I don't know if you're the only one, Jason. I don't know if you're the only one in the house. Because then also Mallory makes a joke another day where she's like, why don't we just vote out all the boys first? They were just like, no. Lyrics like, no. So moving on, we got Kamu. He's a cool guy.
Right.
Yeah, he's a UFC fighter, but he's also an artist, which I really like. I like seeing like that balance. Great social game.
He's got some really wild, cool tattoos.
Oh yeah. He's got like that. I forget what he said his background was, but I think some of that was related to some of those tattoos, because I know he's got like, he's got two different sides. He said he had like a sort of Christian side, and then like I wish I could remember. I feel bad I don't remember, but yeah, he's got a cool, diverse background, and I'd like to learn more.
Right.
Someone else who's got a totally different background here. We got Drew, the dental bro. He's a dental bro.
And he's an expert with his hair.
Yeah, he hangs out upside down like a bat to like dry his hair.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I think him and Melody have some sparks. Some sparks there.
I haven't noticed that.
Yeah.
Interesting. I haven't watched the live feeds as much as I've been tended. I'm going to this week though. I'm going to tune in more.
Yeah, we have Melody. Actually, her hometown is Thornton, Colorado.
Maybe there's some blood there.
Right.
One other thing I wrote here about Drew, he did a thing that is like my pet peeve that I hear certain people do. I don't usually hear West Coast people do it. It's usually something I see like or hear like people from Pennsylvania or Staten Island do. But instead of saying since I was 5, I've done blank, they say since I've been. Have you ever heard someone say that? Like, oh, I've loved baseball since I've been 12. Instead of I've loved baseball since I was 12. They say since I've been.
I think I have heard that.
Yeah, and it irks me. I don't know what it is. It really bugs me. It's something I only hear like certain like people do, and I don't know what it is. I'm like, are you a robot? Like what's going on here?
It's like people that's not from Southwest Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's maybe an Appalachian thing,
mm-hmm.
Of putting like of in there. It's and I think it's just an Appalachian thing, or Southwest Virginia thing.
Yeah. And we need more of those in that house too, which we'll get to one here in a little bit. So we got Jason, who's the first icon so far. He's got some drag pedigree. He was on RuPaul's, which I only ever watched clips from. The clips are funny. The show's a little too much for me. But he's hilarious and devious, as we'll get to, which I did not see coming. He seemed like such a sweetie.
He could be a sleeper. Yeah. He could be a sleeper, and I think, I'll just put this in there. Angela did kind of remember him from RuPaul's.
I think I follow you on Instagram.
Yes, yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
and he took that and he was like, ooh.
And Angela did, she divulged some information.
Oh,
I don't want to,
we'll
I don't
get
want
to
to,
it.
put any spoilers in there, but
Oh,
she did
so
tell him.
heartbreaking. That broke my heart, man. That almost made me cry. I was like, you son of a bitch. I respect it, but you
Right,
son of a bitch.
right.
Moving on to Romeo, the pickleball gentleman I wrote. He's the pickleball gentleman.
right.
He's the Casanova in the house. He's like,
right, exactly.
Looking like he stepped out of the 80s. He was right at home, like in like one of those 80s settings.
Wasn't he? Yeah. And I kind of love this 80s, throwback. Resurging up, I
It's
think
cool.
We can thank Stranger Things for that.
That's right. Yeah, they really did kick that off. We'll get to some more Romeo antics here in a little bit. But then we got Barrett, who I wrote Jumbo Nerd, and then I crossed out nerd and wrote dork because he's not a nerd. He's not a nerd. He's not smart enough to be a nerd.
He is very dorky.
Dude, he's tall, he's charming, but he's clownish. He's like a clown. He's a clown, man.
Right. All you need is the shoes, dude.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm crying.
The shoes and the face paint.
Yeah, the face paint. It would be with those overalls. It's like that would be it. And then we got Chuk, I'd have to say the most interesting person this season, as far as just like a very unique person.
He is, and I don't think I have seen him move out of the hot tub room bed.
He's enjoying his time. We got so I wrote he's a metro Nigerian-American cowboy who grew up in a house full of girls.
Yeah,
that's just like, dude, like, so he had to be a strong guy to make it through all that with his masculinity intact.
Right.
And he said he's
maybe that's why he's adopted the cowboy look.
Yeah. He's like, he's gone that way with it.
First and foremost, I'm a man.
Yeah. Don't forget it. And he's there. He said to I think he said to explore the twang, and I'm like, bro, that was close. He's there.
I worked with this gentleman. He was a nurse also, and he was from Nigeria, and he absolutely loved country music and Dolly Parton.
Oh, fascinating. See, I could see like the fascination with Western culture, because Western culture, I could draw a lot of parallels with like Saharan culture, like it's very small town, like villages, and very like flatlands, deserts.
And to be fair, from what this gentleman told me about his home country, and he actually wanted me to go back with him and visit Nigeria, where he was from, and I would have loved to have done that, because I'd love to have seen the culture, but just hearing him explain it all, it makes sense. Where he was from in Nigeria, I mean, it was like vast open land. There was like a lot of farmland. There was a lot of farmers.
Yeah.
So our country, So, it's like, well, that makes sense.
I think so. I really do. And then moving on, we got Yash, who I just wrote finance bro dork, but he's cool. Let me just say, I joke, I'm irreverent about these people. This season, as opposed to last season, I'd have a drink with any of these people. I'd hang out. Last season, I couldn't have said that. This season, I'm like, all these people are like super likable.
Yeah, they are. And they even said that. There was some of them that said that. It's like, I'm going to hate voting any of us out. Everybody's just so cool. Everybody's just so likable, And for the most part, they are, really. I mean, I hate to say it, even Angela, there's another side to her that we didn't see last season.
Yeah, she's been humbled. And
She has.
Seeing her with her kids and hearing her talk about her kids, there's totally
Right.
But that's why she went crazy. She's a mama bear, she's got that instinct to just get really defensive and emotional when she feels threatened.
Right.
First of all, like you said, Pops, the time travel aspect of this, I will say it's the one that brought me back in, which was last year's theme of the mystery thriller.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing will ever nothing will ever top that, but this is a close second. I mean, just the fact that any contest they'll just throw you into like any decade, and they're going for it. Because I wrote another note here. The designers and costume designers, like I'm going to look them up and follow them if they have social media, because those are some legendary designers.
Yes, I give props to them. I mean, kudos. I mean, they're great. They're great. I mean, you can tell there's a lot of money spent on this project.
Yeah. I love it.
Set designers and all this is wonderful. I mean, really great.
Yeah, because they started us out like, and on top of that too, the writers, which I really appreciated last season too, where they're stringing together these narratives that sometimes it's a little hokey. I mean, it's always been a little hokey, but this season where they're playing with like the time travel, where it's like you got to get these contestants from these places, and it's like where they're from, but that was also supposed to be a clue of who you're getting. And they bring on after evening the playing fields by revealing that there was no HOH for the newbies. They brought on some legends, some icons. We got we've said Angela from season 26, and here's where I'm passing the ball more to you, Pops. Rick Devens, who I didn't really know anything about. I think you had told me about him a while back, where you had told me like someone who went to Virginia Tech, and got
a journalism degree from Virginia Tech.
Yeah, and they brought him on to Survivor. That's where he comes from.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Our area, Blacksburg, Virginia, which we're about 7 miles from Blacksburg. So,
but shouts out at any rate.
Yes, absolutely. He actually had a Virginia Tech hoodie on the other night.
I saw that. It was so cool. I was like, oh yeah, that's so cool. But he's from Georgia. And he came here for school, and he might have worked around here.
He grew up here.
He grew up here, and he moved to Georgia. Cool.
He graduated from Blacksburg High School and went on to Virginia Tech.
That's so cool.
Cool. Yeah.
So tell me more though about like his Survivor pedigree.
He played on two seasons of Survivor. I think the furthest he got was he came in like 4th place. He played in Survivor, what was it, 40 something, and then he came back and played in Survivor 50. But he never won. He didn't win. So, but now he's on this. And I think he likes the Big Brother house is a little bit more luxurious than Survivor.
A little more comfortable. And
right. But one thing he's got to do, he's got to like stop talking so much.
Yeah.
He needs to stop talking so much.
Yep.
Because if he doesn't, he's not going to last.
Yeah.
And he's aligned himself with some people on there that, if he's, if he doesn't keep his, On there, Sari, who had played in Big Brother and also played on some seasons of Survivor, she was right. Secrets are currency later on in the game. And so keep your secrets to yourself.
Intel. Yeah, and that's all part of the social game, and that's why Big Brother.
Right.
They just test everything.
And I've seen, in these games that no matter how strong you are physically, if you're not strong socially, you're going to be gone because you can only win so many times these games.
Yep.
We know the past one that comes to my mind is Tucker. In past seasons, he got pretty far, and that's only he didn't play a bad social game, but he did put targets on his back from time to time. And if he hadn't been physically good in the games, he would have been out probably a lot sooner than what he was.
Yep.
And he was one of my favorites.
And then the other icon we've got from Survivor, and this is her first time in the Big Brother house too, is Dee.
Yeah. She's going to get pretty far.
Great social game. Because as soon as they came in, they set up a one of the most obvious alliances, of course, which they're calling the Icons. And it's Dee, Angela, and Devins. And then they're doing a crossover with the newbies.
Yes. Yeah.
And in that one, had that one written down around here. And Devins immediately gives it away.
Exactly.
And Dee's like, WTF.
Exactly.
And that's something that he hasn't paid for that yet, but it was such a bad mistake. And it's not the first time we'll see that mistake, as we'll get into later. And on the topic of smarts, this season is built for smarts because the first competition they brought in, aside from that first introductory contest where they brought in the different teams to do this balancing act, and that was for the HOH. Dee got the HOH and started running the house immediately. So she already demonstrated she's got that balance of the smarts and the physicals. Right. And then the next thing they did was this math contest. And Barrett throws it to hook up or to try to make a step with Ashley.
Right.
And it was just so silly. So silly.
Right.
So silly.
And that's going to be his undoing. Trying to throw stuff to, align himself with certain people. And that doesn't go unnoticed,
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't go unnoticed.
Yeah.
So, that'll be his undoing.
Yeah. And so the time machine is it's not is it the main table? I don't think it's the main table.
Yes.
It's the main table.
It's the main kitchen table.
Yeah. And that's pretty cool how they do that. They have everybody sit there and then they shoot it and then they have everybody get up and then they shoot it. It's like they edit it together to like make it seem like it spins and they have everyone do a big reaction. It's really cute.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's cheesy, yeah. It's cheesy, but it's a lot of fun.
Speaking of cheesy, I can't believe I railed right over this just because I was relieved, but they faked us out by thinking there was going to be another icon, Rachel Riley, and we were like, that's enough. That's enough.
That's enough. That's enough of Rachel.
Yeah, and then
We've had enough of her.
What did they do to her, Pops? How did they do her?
Oh, they went back to the Jurassic age, and because it's time travel, and the dinosaur pushed her into a volcano, and she met her demise.
With skeleton and all, they had like a skeleton.
Yeah, exactly. It was so well done. It was very cheesy. We're talking about the 80s.
Yeah.
The decade of cheesy.
Yup.
So I mean, it's very cheesy, but it's very entertaining.
Yeah.
To see her go in that volcano.
One of my notes I've been trying to decipher that I just realized well, first of all, when she was first introduced, my first thought was, who did Rachel Riley sacrifice whom to get this? Like, how does she keep? And then they showed, no, she's the sacrifice, threw her down the volcano. And I was like, wow, it's like they read people's minds with that one.
They sure did. I've read comments. I mean, like I said, the cup runneth over.
You only get so many bites at the apple, man.
Right.
And so it's so funny when Jason first opens the door on her, and I wonder if anyone's gotten a gif of this. He looks like he tries to close it back for a second. He sees her and immediately wants to, like, it's a real reaction. He's not joking around. He opens the door and she's like, hello. And you see him want to, like, close the door back on her face. But she was
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, that's one of those moments. At least that one's easier to find than some of these live feed moments. Sometimes there are these live feed moments, like, I'm like, man, I wish I could find that, clip, like, that's in, like,
right.
And I guess I'm the only one who noticed that. I guess I'm the only one who noticed that.
I actually was watching the live feed when Crazy Eyes happened, and I was like, holy goodness, that will be aired.
That's legendary.
It was legendary.
But Rachel Riley did drop some knowledge, because there was a funny reaction. Julie Chen told everybody the blockbuster is back, and everyone sounds disappointed. And she had to remind them, you're not watching the show, you're on the show. So for you, it's a good thing.
Right.
I was like,
absolutely.
And she's like, no, it's a good thing. Guys.
They had actually talked about taking the live feed away, from what I understand. I think there was just like a backlash from that. It's like, well, we know, so we're going to put up, we're going to put up on the screen ever so often this disclaimer, whatever is said on here, whatever's done on here, this channel does not endorse any of it.
Yeah, and they try.
Because sometimes on the live feed, things, get said, and and they're like, people, they boycott because, I heard this on the live feed, so CBS doesn't have anything. They can't control what people say on these live feeds or what these people do. I mean, they're human beings,
Yeah.
It's a social experiment, basically. And Canada Big Brother was taken off the air because of the stuff, that went on in the house on the live feeds.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't want, I love Big Brother Canada. It was really, really cool.
Really? Really? I never watched it.
Yeah. Yeah. I watched it and some seasons from Australia.
Is that where it started, or was UK where it started?
I want to say the UK is where it actually started. I may be wrong. Maybe we could get some feedback on this. I know they have it all over the world. They have Nigeria Big Brother. They have Brazil Big Brother. It's all over the world.
Yeah.
Korea Big Brother. And just a little bit of trivia from. If anyone's out there has ever watched The Masked Singer, it actually originated in South Korea.
Mm. Well,
you know.
folks, Big Brother originated in the 1949 novel 1984.
Yes. Yeah.
About a totalitarian state, surveillance
Yeah.
state.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That was just what came up when I searched origins. Oh, that's funny. It still comes up, but the Netherlands, 1999.
Okay, that's right. That's right. Yeah,
The
I have
Deutsch.
read that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have read that. That's right. I knew it hadn't originated in America. I knew.
Yeah.
I knew that. I knew it was, somewhere else in another country.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's. I'm glad. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
I'm always bummed when the live feeds go off. When the season goes off, because it's to me it's very entertaining.
Yeah, it's entertaining. It's like a fishbowl almost.
Yeah. Yes.
So Mallory was the first real one that I thought might go, because it was Mallory, Yash, and Ashley, right? Or no, Ashley was put up when Mallory got the veto.
Yes.
It was one out of each group of the three that were assisting the icons in that first HOH competition. And Mallory was really, she was in danger because she wasn't playing a social game at all. She was just trying to catch up with people. And as we'll get to, that was someone else's downfall. She was just trying to get to know people. And the thing is, she was trying to be coy and was expecting other people to talk game with her first. And it's just I guess sometimes you just don't have that kind of personality where people feel like they can do that.
Right.
So she had her first pseudo alliance. It wasn't a real alliance, but she tried to put one together called the Girls. It was her, and it was Lyric, and it was Melody. And then Lyric and Rome start hooking up on day one. Is that a record, Dad?
I want to say, yeah, I believe it may be. I mean, you have your others that, the hookups that, nothing else. I mean, at least a couple of weeks, had passed, I mean, but that, I think that may be a record. I'd like to know that. I mean, it definitely wasn't, it was definitely by the day two. I mean, definitely.
Yeah.
They were together,
they were in the same pod, sleeping in the same bed.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Just met someone.
Day two. Huh?
Just met someone.
Just met someone
on live TV.
Like you said, no shame.
No shame at all. And so,
did you really care about what Granny thinks?
She's like, my grandma's watching this. It's like, dude, she's not happy. She's looking into Rome. And I mean, they showed, when they first showed him his thing, he said his whole thing is like, I flirt with these pickleball ladies to get better tips. It's like,
right. I teach your mom and your granny pickleball.
And I think that was one of the first things Lyric said about her is like, I feel really comfortable with him. Like I could introduce him to my mom. It's like, that's kind of his whole like thing he puts on. Oh, so good. Mallory was a big baby about being put up though, but she backed it up and she got the veto, and she's reminding me too of the annoying girl that I liked last season, who like even her dad was like, yo, she's really annoying.
Right.
They said, what's it like living with her? He said, annoying. And so she's kind of giving those vibes.
Right.
but she backs it up. You know, she's a very smart, and so she was able to ace that veto, no problem, and put up. And so D put up Ashley instead, who Ashley made the same mistake Devin made, but didn't have the reputation to back it up, which is where a bunch of people got together and said, hey, there's this alliance, we're going to keep you safe. And then turned around like hours later, it's like, hey, these people came up to me and said I'm safe. It's like, why would you do that?
Exactly.
Well, you're not safe anymore.
Secrets are currency.
She said to Julie, I guess they changed their minds. It's like, yeah, they did.
They did, because you got a big mouth. And I hope Devin's chills out. I hope he he realizes, hey, I need to keep my mouth shut on some topics.
Yes, yeah, because he did the same exact thing. Like day one, he got the icons and the crossovers together. I think that's the one. And then they also had the red corner, and he blabbed the existence of one of those to the other ones. And it's like, yeah, dude, the whole reason you have these separate things is to have separate things. You know, don't go rogue. And like D got so mad.
As well as she should have.
Yeah.
As well as she should have, you know, and and guarantee you that game lasts quite a while. It's 3 months, and that will resurface in her mind.
Yeah.
Later on, that he done that.
Because if I'm not mistaken, she's also got that Latin fire. You know, she can get real.
Yes.
You know,
she's from her mom and dad. I mean, they come from Cuba.
Oh, bro, do not cross her. Do not cross her.
Right. Like you said, she's got that Latin fire.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, you know, in that game, and what you don't, people say they watch this game throughout the years and even decades, some of them, you know, and they're all into it. This game is about lying and deceit.
Yeah.
And they get into this house, and it's like, have you not forgot what this game's about?
Yep. So D's got it on lock. Another one who's got it on lock, especially is good at that deceit, who we just found out is a huge snake, Jason. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. For a week, been putting on the waterworks for Angela, you know, taking advantage of that mama bear energy, being like, I need a mom in this house. And ooh, oh,
you know, and I hand it to Angela. Angela handled that way better than she would have before, you know, because I mean, here she confided in him, you know, about her son, you know.
Mm-hmm. And that was real. That was real stuff.
You know, I mean, and that would take a lot.
Yeah.
In a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I would have went in that house and I would have divulged some information about one of my children, you know, and, you know, this person puts on these waterworks and stuff, you know, and then go straight behind me and talk about me and saying, you know, I was faking her out, and, you know, I put on these waterworks for her, you know. She handled it way better than I would have.
Yeah, because Jason goes to Mel and Drew to like be like, haha, we're agents of chaos, let's be the court jesters. And they're like, that's cool, that's cute. And then he's like, guess what I just did? And he did that shit. And Drew was like, that's that's like beyond court jester. That's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
And he has a bigger thing with the crossover. So of course he's going to go to the more powerful person in that situation and
Yes.
be like, and he's also trying to be a good son too. I get the instinct, and so goes to Angela and is like, hey, Jason's doing you dirty, and she almost goes to like charge and confront him, but stops herself.
Yeah,
she realizes
she done really good. I mean, because if she'd went and blew on him, that would have been probably what he would have wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
that would have been one contingency, I'm sure, in his mind of like, well, that I could use that.
But
it was heartbreaking, man. I mean, I didn't feel strongly about either one, but that first moment where he's like, I don't feel safe in this house, I welled up a little bit, I was like, that's really profound, and then and then he's just using it, and gosh, so devious. So as I said, Ashley went from pawn to gone, and
and that quickly, and I hope people don't forget, I'm sure Angela won't, forget what he done, and that's how, like you said, very devious.
Yeah.
A very devious move,
And like you said, secrets are currency. So, he could have held on to that and kept playing that, but he had to go get full of himself and he
blew that up.
Yeah. Yep.
Because that will not go unnoticed.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, heads are going to roll. Heads are going to
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
it's going to be interesting. It's always so interesting to see how it plays. It plays out. There's still a lot of game left, and I think we had discussed LaTrice. I mean, I think she'll go pretty far, if not win the whole thing.
Yeah. So would you say she's your pick of the season as far as like not as far as favorite, but like who you really think might win?
I think she'll go far. I think Dee will go far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Devin may ride some coattails. One B and D. One B and D. I think if he learns to just stay quiet and win some some games and all, I think he'll go pretty far, But if he doesn't, I think it'll only be one more time, and there'll definitely be a target on his back, and he'll be gone.
Yeah, yeah, and then I think Kamu too, because he's a little bit of a sleeper. He's
I think
he's got a good, well balanced set of skills. And so I think you're right about your picks, and I just throw Kamu in there as far as like, everyone else. I think they all have their skills, but I think a lot of them have already screwed up their game a little bit by being too emotional, too comfortable.
Right.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen, LaTrice, she's pretty even keeled too. I mean, she's I think she's surrounding her people with, surrounding herself with people that are strong. Angela, I don't know how far she'll go. I don't think she'll go down. I think by midway she might be, kind of, on the outskirts. She's held it together, and as she continues to hold herself together emotionally, she may go a little bit further. I don't think she'll be down in the top 5, 6. I can't see her being there. She may be.
Well, she did break the HOH tub though.
She done what?
She broke the HOH bathtub.
No, with her behind.
So that won't go unnoticed.
No, that will not. That will not.
I think this was a great.
What'd you say? I broke it with my ass.
Yeah, poor thing. That was so funny. Oh my goodness! But yeah, this was a great first father, son, big brother. The father, the son, and big brother. What do you think of for a sign off? Keep watching.
Yes. Keep watching
And stay snide.